For the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'.
Possibly this is a trophy. I suppose this will be the most significant catch of the day, the one that stands out above all others. Hello everyone, my name is Ivan Frolov. We may be familiar with each other from previous projects, but specifically, this channel will focus on travel, fishing, people, and the emotions we encounter during our favorite fishing excursions. In this film, we will go on a hunt for yellowfin tuna in Oman, in the city of Muscat. Deep-sea fishing is not only a tale about fishing, it is a tale about travel, about experiences, about the thrill of the ocean. These are typically highly distinctive countries that are extremely fascinating and captivating to visit. Deep-sea fishing is all about traveling. You must prepare yourself, plan your trip well in advance, and make sure to purchase your plane tickets in a timely manner. Typically, it is not just one layover. It could be as many as 2 or 3 layovers. Making your way to your destination, navigating through local transportation to reach the actual place where you will be staying during your fishing trip. In Oman, there are 2 well-known destinations that are popular among tourists, Muscat and Salalah. In Muscat, fishing is primarily for yellowfin tuna, but the sizes of the yellowfin tuna that exist in this location are simply incredible and truly awe-inspiring. Catching a yellowfin tuna weighing over 100 kilograms is quite a feasible task. On average, the size of tuna here ranges from 50 and above. And above, this is a incredible result. There are very few locations in the world where there is such a large number of big tuna. Salalah is renowned not only for its abundance of giant tunas, but also for the exhilarating experience of riding trophy jet skis in its pristine waters. Muscat is beautiful because it has no seasonality, unlike other locations. You can come here at any time of the year and have a great catch, but there is still a so-called high season, which is August, September, and the entire spring. On this expedition, my good friend Mikhail Kandobin went with us. By the way, we also met him during a deep-sea fishing trip in the Maldives. From the very beginning, we had chemistry. We somehow found a common ground and started to become very close friends. At that moment, when everyone was already exhausted and didn't want to catch fish, Misha and I kept jigging until the end. And on that vibe, we immediately understood that in the future we would go fishing again, more than once. And in accordance, here he is with us in Oman.
Они вон погнали, видишь, толпой. Big, no? No. Small. Is it big? No, it's okay.
Are you far away? I am already here. All right then.
Dolphins in Oman are searched for in several ways. The first method is simply to listen to your intuition, head out into the ocean, and zigzag across vast areas, looking for a moving pod of dolphins. The second method, if your boat has radar, it will be much easier to do this because you are moving and simultaneously scanning the area several kilometers ahead around your boat. You also head out into the ocean and look for spots that will be on the screen. These are the spots, that is the dolphins, that is the pods, that you might encounter during your experience. And the third method, commonly employed by local fishermen and anglers, is the utilization of a satellite phone for communication purposes. An aged, excellent, well-established, and reliable tried-and-true method that has stood the test of time. Several boats head out into the bay, searching. Once a large pod of dolphins is located, the location is shared towards the direction the pod is moving, and all boats come and try to catch directly from the same pod.
I'm in need of a belt. Camcorder are required. Yeah, more. Well, average. Well, slightly more than you mentioned.
Speaking in general about fishing for yellowfin tuna, the first thing to note is that it is an incredibly strong fighter. The fish is entirely made up of muscles. It utilizes every inch of its body to provide resistance. When engaging in tuna fishing, you will not have any time at all to relax or take a break. He will resist and fight until he eventually ends up in the boat.
But during this amazing fishing trip, I was lucky enough to catch a spectacular trophy tuna fish. It was an exhilarating experience that took a little over an hour of intense effort to reel it in, and that's when I realized the true thrill of angling in the open sea. He let me take the lead at first, then stood still as a statue. 1, 'All right, Captain. All right. Thank you very much. Please take a picture for me if you don't mind. But how about now? Sea fishing has become an integral part of my life. The struggle put up by marine inhabitants cannot be compared to that of any freshwater fish. The individuals with whom you spend several hours, several days in a boat, who are emotionally charged and willing to experience all the feelings you go through, will often stay with you forever and leave a lasting impact on your life. The deep connections formed during this shared journey can create lifelong bonds that withstand the test of time. Go, come on, sit up.
Take it, please. Please take it. Thanks a lot. You did a great job. I really appreciate your hard work.
Second round, third strike.
I would like to talk about the fishing gear needed for fishing in Muscat. Let's start with the spinning rods. Spinning rods from the tuna series, which have a significant strength reserve, will be required to absorb all the jerks made by the tuna. He makes runs of 50, 100 meters, can reel in one run. Therefore, the reel of the spinning rod must dampen all these vibrations. You will need a 14,000 or 18,000 according to the Shimano classification. Using smaller is highly not recommended because the capacity of the spool will be insufficient. Simply put, for lines, we recommend using a minimum of 6 PE, preferably 8, and in specific cases, it may be possible to use 10 PE. For example, the 18,000 Stella is spooled with 400 meters of 8 PE line, and in my opinion, this is what is needed, the most essential option. Now let's talk a little bit about lures. When fishing for yellowfin tuna, you will basically require two kinds of lures. The first type is poppers with small and medium cups, as well as stick baits that mimic the movement of baitfish. Stick baits can be both floating and sinking. It's good to have two options because every situation is different. Sometimes tuna responds better to sinking stick baits. Regarding the size of lures, our recommendation is to use a range of 120 to 10 to 180. These are the most optimal options. It is possible to use longer lures, but it is not always justified. Therefore, the golden mean lies precisely in this range. We specifically use hooks and all the gear from the BKK company. In our opinion, these are the most reliable, most proven hooks that you can find on the market. We do not recommend using barbless hooks for tuna fishing because there will be a lot of hook pulls. I myself had several encounters, very large specimens, and after that I started using them here. Regardless of all the sportiness and so on, stick baits are equipped with either a single hook at the back and a treble hook in the center, or with two single hooks. Hookup rates on single hooks are sometimes even better than on trebles. That's why stick baits definitely shouldn't be equipped with trebles. It's better to use single hooks. The most suitable colors for poppers are pink, blue, green, and the red hats, which are known for their vibrant and eye-catching appearance. It is when you possess a red head and a white body. Essentially, the inclusion of these colors in your tackle box ensures that all of your needs are adequately covered. Another aspect of tuna fishing is the collaboration with the drag system. It should never be excessively emphasized even on strikes, because when a tuna strikes, it attacks with such velocity that it can simply tear off the lure. Also, when reeling in, the friction should be quite relaxed. Well, to a certain extent, of course, so that the tuna doesn't take off with the bait during a sudden pull. Pay attention to this, as it is extremely important and comes only with experience.
Chasing tuna, hunting, schools where dolphins mingle, bait fish, they are simply mesmerizing. Even now, as I tell the story, I have a slight tremble and goosebumps.
Такой же.
Okay.
Additionally, Marsel is also accompanying us on this trip. He is the individual who initially introduced me to Oman in person. We messaged each other on social media. I asked him about fishing in Oman because I saw posts with huge tunas, indicating that he comes here periodically. He provided a general outline of how fishing is organized, what items to bring and when to go. With little thought, maybe less than a month later, we went to Oman.
Sea fishing is a type of nirvana for me, where I experience emotions that are comparable to the feeling of putting everything you have on the line, like your money, car, and house, and playing a game of chance, similar to the thrill of roulette in a casino. For me, it's more about excitement and adrenaline, anticipating that you can hit the jackpot in the form of a big, huge kind of catch. And in order to be successful in this game, you need to exert the utmost amount of effort.
After having lunch one day, we finally got a bite. Initially, it was not immediately clear about the type of fish that had bitten, but as soon as it took out 100 meters of line in an instant, it became obvious that we were dealing with a very strong fighter on the other end.
We are currently reporting from the Gulf of Oman. In the footage, Ivan is making an effort to catch a tuna. According to our assumptions, it is indeed a fish.
По нашим предположениям, это рыба. Рыбу там точно хорошая.
I would estimate that the value lies somewhere between 70 and 90 with a reasonable degree of confidence. We have already managed to catch a single fish of a good size during our fishing expedition earlier today. I estimate she weighed approximately 70 pounds, and we are hopeful that it will be a greater amount.
Работаем. Работайте, братья.
And following the initial jerks, the primary struggle commences, starting the main challenge. You are attempting to lift the fish up, and it continues to pull out a few more meters, a few dozen meters, then 30 meters, then 40 meters, then 50 meters in length, extending its distance from you. You retrieve it, and it effortlessly reels back the same 50 meters, as if it requires no effort at all. It's as if it has an innate ability to return without any struggle or exertion. You are making an effort to compensate for the distance of the line on the boat by winding it back, but due to another jerk, yet another 100 meters of line end up in the water, further increasing the amount of line that has been unintentionally released.
Форсируй, не форсируй, привыкни к аппарату. Привык.
يا حسن كذا كذا يا حسن ارجع ريوس كذا كذا بعد ليحة كذا فوق وتحت.
Over a period of time, the tuna gradually stops making these sudden jerks, but it simply relies on the weight of its body to prevent you from lifting it up off the ground or any other surface. The sensation is akin to the feeling of lifting an object that resembles a battery and is attached to your fishing line. There should be no sudden jerks, only the presence of a heavy weight.
Попить по-братски. За брата, воды не жалко. Давай по-братски. Не, видишь, да.
Как могу.
Пошел.
Снова ничего.
Я потратил много сил на тунца. Я его и так и сяк, но никак. Доставали полчаса без воды. Он уперся прям рогами.
Нет, мой зеленый цвет. Жизнь, боль. Все.
Ну что сказать. Бывают живомани, тунцы, которых трудно взять. Бывают живомани.
Блин, ну очень не хочется рисковать. There were approximately 30 meters of line remaining, and it appeared that the fish was yielding and permitting itself to be reeled up to the surface. I'm reeling in. There's literally about 15 meters left, so the fish is already visible in the depth. Her size is not visible yet, but the fish itself is already visible. And then it makes small jerks again and reels back to the original distance of 30, 40 meters. And you do it once more, and it appears like once more you see the fish and it descends again.
Хочется прям взять так помочь ему.
Не надо.
Я понимаю, что не надо. Я же говорю лишь о своих чувствах, которые я испытываю по отношению к тебе.
Братский.
Братские, конечно.
Спину новую брал кто-нибудь с собой? And so the events repeated themselves, approximately about 10 times, until eventually she was successfully pulled out of the situation.
Давай еще, Ваня. Еще чуть-чуть. Давай. Давай, Ваня, давай. Молодец. Чуть-чуть.
Еще?
Чуть-чуть.
На. Фу.
Поздравляю, красава.
The emotions you are currently feeling are extremely hard to describe because you are in a state of extreme fatigue, with absolutely no energy, dry lips, dry throat, and a complete sense of exhaustion. However, at the same time, there is an overwhelming sense of energy and joy within you, stemming from the fact that you have successfully overcome a formidable adversary. This feeling is simply limitless. These are incredible emotions. I highly recommend everyone to experience something similar.
Будешь его на себя затягать?
Да так можно? Чё? Ты встать хочешь, уйти?
Не, ну ты хочешь вдвоем или как?
Ну да.
Sea fishing is also about human connections. Here you can discover a significant number of individuals who share your interests and with whom you will have the opportunity to travel in the future. The solitary excursion where you ultimately ended up together can potentially lead to a profoundly close and intimate friendship, an experience that has repeatedly happened to me in the past.
I am frequently asked about the reasons behind my fishing excursions and what I choose to invest my time and energy in during these outings. In my opinion, once you give sea fishing a try, starting from the first cast, from the initial trip to the sea, you will develop an addiction that will be extremely difficult to eliminate.
To me personally, fishing is not just a hobby, but a much deeper and more profound concept that resonates with my soul. It is not merely about going out and catching fish. It encompasses a comprehensive philosophy, conceivably a way of life that permeates every aspect of one's existence. Fishing erases all boundaries. Right now, in this difficult time, essentially, there is no boundary that they are trying to build. It is not important who you are, whether you are Russian, European, American, or Arab. It does not matter. It does not matter who you believe in, whether you are a Muslim, Orthodox, or you do not believe in God at all. The emotions you experience while fishing and the memories you bring back home are what truly matter in the end and stay with you forever. Thank you all for watching. I'm sure you experienced the same emotions we did on the boat. And to bring the topic to a close with Oman, in just a month's time we are heading to Salalah in order to catch trophy GT and tunas. Subscribe, like, it will be absolutely incredible and mind-blowing.
Серый. Еще раз.
Как ты это делал, а вообще? Там стоять гораздо легче.
Она с***ла у меня. Все?
Мы не любим мудаков, поэтому мы их не берем с собой на рыбалку.
Всем писа.
Все, я погнал.
Все, убирай камеру.
Dame la comida buena.